Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm great. Little snowy, but that's okay.
That's okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Crescent, Iowa.
Oh, snow, yes. You have
Yeah.
snow. So, Miss Rachel, who are we going to talk to today?
We're going to talk to Miss Sally.
And how old is she?
She is 17, almost 18, and she's a quarter horse, and she's Sorrow.
All right, and what do you call her?
I call her Sally.
Did you say Callie or Sally?
Sally, S-A-L-L-Y.
Okay, my apologies. And what are we talking to her about?
I want to know, what does she want to do?
And what are her choices?
She wants to know, I want to know if she wants to be a trail horse, if she wants to be a 4-H horse, if she wants to do speed events, or what.
I said, if you had your choice. So she said, no babies?
No babies for her.
So I said, do you want to be 4-H? Do you want to do speed? Or do you just want to do trails? If she did 4-H, how often does she's asking, how often do I have to do it?
Just in the summer.
I said, you're going to have a person, a little person.
Probably better than me, I bet that's what she's thinking.
And she's looking at me. She wouldn't mind 4-H. Speed events, she's just kind of sitting back and going, I don't know. Not that she can't do it or isn't good at it.
Yeah.
It has not. She's just not sure that she wants to commit herself quite to that. But the 4-H, she's not worried. It doesn't seem to concern her, and so she seems to be okay. When I asked her about trail rides, she kind of looks at me and goes, it's okay.
Yeah, she's the type where you're like, she doesn't really care what you're doing, but it's either her way or the highway.
Yeah, it's just trail rides, whatever. But the 4-H doesn't bother.
Okay.
The speed events, I don't feel her heart. I'm not saying, again, that she's not good. I'm just not getting that her heart's completely in it.
Yeah. And then I'd also want to know, why is she so stubborn with me?
And so I'm asking her, I said, you have a good life? And she said, yes. And I said, do you feel that though you're getting good care, you're fed, you're all those things? You have food? You're warm when you need to be warm? Everything's okay. And she said, no, I'm fine. I said, okay. I said, the question is that your person would kind of want to know why you feel the need to be stubborn with her. And she said, no, I'm not. And I said, well, I think you have an opinion about how things need to be done. And I said, don't you think it would be nice to work with somebody? And she said, well, don't you realize I know better?
That sounds like her.
I said, I'm sure you do, and it's greatly appreciated. But sometimes we need to let people learn. So just because you might know it all, it doesn't mean that somebody else's way is wrong. And she just looks at me like I'm completely, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. God, she's funny. And she doesn't care. She just very casually looks at me like, so, your problem? Oh my. She's honest.
Yeah.
Is she ever?
I would picture her as being very honest. Brutally honest.
Very matter of fact, straightforward, no expression on her face. Just looking at you, blurting it out, and going, so there. I got it. Nothing, thanks.
And another question I have for her is, why won't she load in the trailer? Why do I have to work so hard to load her in the trailer?
And I'm looking at her, and I said, "You're one of those?" And she said, "What does that mean?" And I said, "Knows better but won't." And she just kind of smiles, and I said, "You come home after wherever you've been, you're cared for, you're watered. It's all of that." I said, "Do you always have to do this?"
Because literally every time we go somewhere, it takes at least a half hour or more to get her into the trailer.
And she just kind of smiles, and I said, "I know it's intentional." I said, "We don't even have to go there." I said, "I said, she's not going to give up." She goes, "Well, she might." And I said, "No, she's not going to give up."
So she does it in hopes of me giving up so she doesn't have to go work?
She's just waiting to see if you'll throw your hands up and say, "Forget it." She really is a little button pusher.
Yeah, she is.
And it's not personal. I think she'd do this to me if she were my horse.
What I've noticed with her is she'll try everything to get you off of her so you don't have to ride, so she doesn't have to work.
And then when I ask her about any physical pain, I can tell you we're not into any pain.
That's great.
And she just kind of looks at me, and I startled, and I said, "Look, if you had any kind of sort of pain, oh no, Mom, that's something that you couldn't do." I said, "I would come right out and say it." I said, "But when I quickly just kind of jump in there and feel her body, I mean, yeah, a little stiffness here and there, right front, no big deal. A little bit in the back area, but again, it's not bad." So I'm sort of passing on to her. I said, if you're not in any kind of great pain, you realize that you're going to be reprimanded for behavior that's unbecoming. She said, 4-H, huh? And I said, yeah, 4-H is a piece of cake.
She is fantastic at halter when I showed her. That seems to be her place where she wants to be. Halter class and showmanship class is her go-to class.
Oh, God. So you're going to be continuing 4-H with her?
Well, I have another horse, but Sally is my go-to 4-H horse compared to my other horse. Yeah.
And she said, "That's fine, then we'll just do that." And I said, "Well, if your person says get on the trailer and that's how we get there, then that's how we get there. We don't need to see if she's going to give up or not. You're still going."
Yeah.
You know that. You're still going to get on the trailer. You're still going to go do your job, and you're still going to come home. And she just kind of goes, "Yeah, okay." And I said, "So that's your job?" She said, "Yeah, it's my job." So she's really, 4-H is fine, but she really just loves to gouge you.
Yeah. So does she like me or my dad better?
I wouldn't say that it's a better thing. I wouldn't say that she likes one individual over another individual. She's very well aware of who Dad is. And I said, "What do you mean?" And she just kind of looks over and stares at him and goes, "I know who he is." And I said, "You do?" And I said, "Who is he?" Now, did your father, clearly, but your father had purchased this horse for you?
Yep, my first horse.
Why does she make mention that this was your dad's first horse?
My dad's first horse, he broke when he was about 18, but it was the first horse that we've ever had at this house that we're at now, and it was my first horse, so that's what she might be getting at.
Okay. And I said, the reason she keeps kind of making mention is kind of like she keeps looking at it as though she's the most experienced one on the property.
Probably.
And she likes your dad. There's no problem with your dad whatsoever. She's very well aware of who he is. And she knows, like you had said, that she's trying to get you off any way she can.
Yep.
She also knows that if she does anything too terrible, he's not going to be happy with her.
Yep.
Doesn't want to disappoint him at all. And I said, well, gosh, in saying that, not just wanting to disappoint the man, the father, the man that actually is the one that's getting you your food, I wouldn't upset him too much. And to not upset him would be to not upset his daughter.
Yeah.
It's really quite simple.
My mom wants to sell her. She'd sell her in a heartbeat. Because the way she was so, like, ornery with me when I was younger, she'd try to walk all over me.
This horse is so human. But I wouldn't say she's, I love him more than I love you. I don't get that from her at all. So again, I said, you're going to do as you're being asked. You're going to still keep giving her a hard time.
Well, is she lonely? I want to know if she's lonely or wants a friend or if she has friends.
No, I mean, she's not complaining about being lonely.
Well,
not at all. She
is
seems content with her world.
Is she friends with the cows next door? Does she like hanging out with them?
She says they're fine. I mean, it's not an end and be all relationship. She's not asking you for anything, like company.
Because she just always looks so lonely to me, but whenever I go out there, she doesn't want me to touch her really, and she just kind of walks away, doesn't ever really come up to me.
I mean, it's just her personality, because she's a little, talking to her is like pulling teeth. You say what you have to say and you walk away. But no, I mean, I'm asking her, I said, wouldn't you want company? And she said, no, I don't want company. I said, you might be nicer to the people if you had some company out there. She said, nope, I'm fine.
Does she like it when we bring my other horse home to visit her sometimes?
What's that horse's name?
Lily. She might have another name for her, like Hay Thief or something like that.
Hay Thief?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. She's fine. I mean, she doesn't complain about Lily. She wants to know why Lily doesn't live there.
Well, tell her that there's not enough room for Lily. Because she eats all the grass, and she wouldn't save any grass for Lily.
And I said, it's just that simple. And I said, you understand? And she said, yes. She's not, she's just not complaining.
Well, why is she so picky about her hay?
I said, so you're not complaining about being lonely or physical, but when it comes to your food, you're going to be picky. I said, because if there's hay sitting in front of you, if you don't eat it, it's going to sit there. She said, no, it won't.
Or she'll pull it out on the ground and pee on it.
And I said, is it too dusty? Do you taste any kind of mold in there? Are there clickers? Are there things like that? And she said, no, not at all. I feel like if she were a person and we sat at dinner and somebody put a bunch of salad in front of her, she would only eat the certain lettuce out of it and leave the rest of the salad.
Yeah.
So basically what she's doing is picking out what she wants to eat, and then the rest of it's nothing. It's not because she has trouble chewing. It's not, she doesn't like dry, stocky, big stalks, but she's not complaining that she can't chew or anything like that. So that's not, if you were concerned about her ability to chew.
Yeah, because we had a vet float her teeth, and he wore her molars down to her gums and didn't do anything with her incisor. So she was losing a bunch of weight, and we didn't know why. But we found out that her teeth weren't good, so then she had to get her teeth fixed every 6 months for about 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Because when she was done, she was just standing there drooling blood, and I was like, something's not right. He didn't do this right. And he didn't, ever really feel around or make sure her teeth were aligned. So.
Wow. Just for an FYI, vets spend, according to my vet, they spend 4 hours learning about teeth, and that's it.
Wow.
In school. It's nothing. So the dentist have to go between a 6 and 10 week program.
Wow.
Yeah. But she's not, so it's not as though she can't chew. So she's not complaining about that.
Does she want me to ride her just around the yard more?
I said, do you want her to mess with you, groom you, or anything? I said, I know that you enjoy being a loner, and that's all fine and well. And I said, being alone all the time is not good for you. You need company. You need people to spend some time with you. Do you want that? And she said, I'm fine. So like I'm talking to the old man on the mountain. I'm fine up here. Go away.
That seems to be her attitude every time somebody comes around. It seems like she only wants somebody to come around to feed her.
I guess we all have our purpose. That would be the humans. But no, your horse, quite frankly, I know what you're describing. I'd be concerned as well, too.
Yeah.
Complaining about it.
And Ben, I would like you to talk to my horse, Lily.
How old and what color?
Lily is 8, almost 9, and she's a bay.
Is she the brown body, black mane and tail bay?
Yep.
Okay. Lily, 9. And what are we talking to her about?
I want to know why she pulls back when she's tied up.
So I said, are you sincerely scared? Are you doing it because you can? Or is there a problem with your pole besides you wrecking it every time you pull back? And she, oddly enough, for pulling back, her pole is not out of whack. Lower down her neck is a little bothersome, and in the withers, but not in the pole. It's not because she's scared.
Huh.
She's doing it on purpose. And I'm letting her know, I said, just because you feel a little pressure back there, I said, doesn't mean it gives you the right to keep going backwards. You're meant to stop.
That's naughty.
And she just kind of looks at me, and I said, you can't keep doing that. I said, I'm not getting that you're sincerely scared. And I said, it's okay to have something startle you. I said, but intelligently, you would move out of the way or step forward, not backward, and keep rolling.
Yeah, because one time I was tying her up, she was tied up onto the trailer, and I bent down to put her magnets on her feet for the ride, and she just pulled backwards, flipped over, broke the hook off the trailer, and started running all around the yard.
And I'm smiling at her, and I said, you can't do that. And she just kind of stares at me, and I said, they make halters that put pressure back there that stops you. She just kind of glares at me, and I said, okay.
Why does she pin her ears when I saddle her?
Okay. Give me all the questions that you have so I can keep talking. It's harder for me to stop and go with her.
Okay, I would like to know
Your questions.
why she pins her ears when I saddle, what caused the goose egg on her head, who's her best horse friend, what's her favorite color to wear, does she like barrel racing, does she like when her Aunt Kel comes for lessons, does she want to ever be bred, and what did her previous owner Becca do to her?
Okay, so when I asked her about saddle, physical, we'll start with the physical, make sure there's nothing going on besides what she's already showed. And you said she has an egg on her head?
Yeah, she had like a giant goose egg on, like right between her eyes, and I don't know what caused it. It'll be a year that she had it in May, and it's slowly starting to go down now, and I don't know what caused it. The vet doesn't know.
Wow. I said, did you run into something? She said, what do you mean? I said, I don't know, a tree, a wall, a fence, anything. Trailer, any of it. Did you run into it?
And I thought she got like kicked in the head by a horse that she's with, or I don't know what happened.
She's not mentioning running into anything. She's not saying she got kicked. I'm getting more that she fell.
That surprises me.
When I ask her about her physical body, again, for what you're describing, a horse that pulls herself back all the time, she's not screaming about her pole area or anything like that. What she does complain about is in front of her withers, where the neck and the withers meet, and coming over top the withers over to the back area. She also, in the front of her shoulder, so imagine somebody standing in front of you and putting their hands on, top where your trap muscles are, your shoulders, and then pushing. So she talks about that being somewhat sensitive.
Yeah, because when we got her...
But there's pressure in there. When I come down over top the back...
When we got her...
let me finish.
Okay.
Coming over top the withers into the back area where your seat bones are. So approximately about where your brow straps sit in that area, she's got pressure. And it's not pressure where the muscle is on either side of where your seat bones are. It's right in the spine itself. And so if you were to imagine sitting on her bare back, it's right underneath in that area of her back that is shows some pressure in that area. She shows it to be more right-sided than left-sided. So if you were standing or even sitting on her on that right side, you feel the spine on the right, that spine, and then a little bit on that muscle on that right-hand side. Coming down the back area, she's not really complaining about the lower half, but she does show a little bit more stiffness on the right side versus the left side in the rib area. When I ask her to walk up, and if I were to pick up a trot and start moving, she seems to be okay going to the left. She kind of wants to, if she can, she'll get a little hard on that left shoulder on you. And I feel like I'd have to keep working at her to stay loose up there. Going to the right, she presents herself as going to the right. She hits harder on the right front. She seems to brace a little bit more in that right shoulder area. And then as I come down the back to complete, big circle, so to speak, she does show in the ribs on that right in the back, that latter half of the barrel, to be a little tighter. She shows that on her left side, if I'm starting to make some circles, that she wants to drop that left shoulder down.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to take my right rein, support her more, not hold her with my left rein, just sort of pick my hand up gently and sort of take my inside leg and kind of keep gently topping her to get her to pick that shoulder up and engage that hind end to push all the way through. What it feels like is just that she holds that shoulder in, and I'd have to really work on soft side passes. You know, you go and walking a straight line, and then very gently push her to the left, and then very gently push her to the right, get her to start softening up that front end more. She could be softer up there, and I think that's where that issue with the withers coming into where the seat is causing problems. She's not pushing up that hind end the way she should.
Yeah.
Taking me out. And she arches her back. Basically what she's doing is when I feel like I'm asking her to come forward, push forward, she's not picking up the spine whatsoever to meet the saddle to pick that front end up. What she should, just for a visual, just imagine somebody walking down the street with their back over arched, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, you know, tuck those hips underneath of you and straighten out, and use your stomach muscles and walk, and not so much throw your hiney behind you. And that's what the way she presents the one I'm asking her to move is that her mode of transportation is not to come from behind, hollow out a little bit in that back area, which could be the problem, you know, with her, why she has that sensitivity where your seat isn't up at the withers, to lighten up that front end. She'd rather hang on you, and I'm letting her know that's no way to work. It's non-cheating.
Does she mind getting adjusted chiropractically by Dr. Grant?
No, she's not saying she minds it.
Because he comes out about, like, once every 6 weeks.
Nice. I mean, really a lot of what she's showing, and if she moved her hind end more equally, and that's a task for anybody, and any horse especially, when they're working, is to get that hind end to engage evenly at a walk and at a trot. But she's just not giving it to you completely.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you were asking about your trainer?
Yep, if she likes lessons with Aunt Cal.
She's fine with Cal. So Cal made reference that the horse could be doing more, that she's not giving you everything. And I said, okay. And I said, so what are you going to do about it? But, and the mare just kind of looks. I don't know whether you know or not. Your horse is capable of a whole lot more than what she's offering up.
Oh, good. That makes me so happy.
And she's not giving you everything she has.
Is she hiding that on purpose?
I think so. And I'm asking her, I said, aren't you committed? There's a commitment that goes with work. And I said, all anyone can ever ask of you is to try to do a little bit better than the last time. That's it. That's all anybody wants. And she looks at me and she said, well, how much more? And I said, all you could do is just give your best. And I said, you have a lot inside of you that you're not coming forward with. And so I don't know if it's just a lack of education on her part or what.
Yeah, because the people who we bought her from sold her as a finished horse when she only had 30 days on the pattern.
Oh, that's hideous.
Yeah.
30 days on the pattern is the scariest word.
Yeah, and I was inexperienced, and we bought her thinking that she was, that she was finished. And then, because Kelly, her Aunt Cal, as I call her, owned Lily, and then she traded Lily for another horse to the people we bought Lily from. And I don't think they treated her very good.
When I talk to her, there's a little bit of, and I feel like I'm chasing a ball when I talk to her. When I talk to her about picking up her ribs, moving over, and how to use the body, it's not as though she's completely uneducated, but there's a huge lack of education that still needs to be implemented. And if I don't support her, so say I'm asking asking for that hind end to move evenly, and I drop my feet out of my stirrups so that they're hanging instead of depending on my stirrups, and I start asking her to move that hind end more evenly and kind of move her gently up into my hand, so to speak. She's only able to do it to a point, and then she just, I don't know what's going on, and I feel like we get a little sloppy. But there's these, she's got the potential. I don't get that there's any reason why she couldn't give you more. She shows that she has it in it. I think there's also a little bit of a confidence issue. She's not as argumentative as your first horse, which is nice. But talking with this horse, I have to be so definite in what I ask. While working with her, I'd have to be so definite in how I rode her and what I was asking her to do.
Yeah.
Especially if I was trying to show her something new. Because she's not, like I have a mare. She's not a leader, she's a follower. Anything I ask her to do, she's fine.
Yeah,
but I have to be so set in how I'm asking, because once I ask her and I show her this is what I want, she's going to hang on to it, and that's exactly what she's going to give me every time I sit on her.
Yeah.
And that's the way this horse kind of reminds me of that. She's not exactly a leader,
yeah,
a follower, and she's going to follow. So if you show her something and this is it, she's going to say okay, because the next time you ask her, I'm going to do exactly that.
She seems like the low man on the totem pole in her herd of horses that she lives with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get her to be a bold child.
Yeah.
She really wants someone to follow. She needs someone to follow. She doesn't want to lead. So when you tell her something, she's going to say okay, and she's going to hold you to it. She gets kind of goofed up quickly if someone changes gears on her and didn't explain to her prior that we were going to change up. And actually, horses like that are great. Once you get them trained and working and all of that, they don't forget. And they're not going to have an argument about it either. She's safe. She's not complaining about food or anything like that. And I'm just again reminding her that you, at no point, are ever going to do anything to cause her harm. And I said, and if something catches your eye because you were sort of zoned out, try not to overreact. And I said, pulling back on the trailer, tearing things apart, and running off is not one of the smartest things we could be doing. I said, if something startles you or you don't understand it, you need to problem solve your way through it. And getting physical is not the way to do it. She's a nice horse. But she really needs someone to, if you're her person, she's going to look to you for all those things.
Yeah.
Safety, comfort, training, learning, all of it. Is there anything else?
Does she ever want to be bred?
Oh, babies. Not yet, no. Although she likes babies.
Okay, I can tell she likes babies.
She likes babies. She's not ready for the baby thing yet. And she said I'd be good at it. I said I had no doubt.
Yeah, I think she'd be a great mom.
Yeah, but she likes babies. But not yet.
What is her favorite color to wear?
And what are her choices?
Well, I chose that our race colors are party cheetah print. And, we have a headstall made out of that. I have an over and under. That's that. I have a halter. That's that. But I have literally every color under the sun, and I just want to know what's her favorite color.
Oh, you're so funny.
I'm addicted to buying wraps. I have a problem.
Oddly enough, she said she's okay with the color yellow or gold.
Oh.
I'm thinking blue, purple, green. And I see the color. It's like a yellow or a gold.
Okay. I was actually thinking about buying some gold bell boots.
There you go. What else?
Who's her best horse friend? Like, who does she like to hang out with the most?
I said if you had the choice of any horses that were out there, and by being with someone who's friendly and kind and good to you, who's the yellow horse?
There's a little yellow horse in the pen next to her.
Because that's what she's talking about, a yellow horse.
Because there's a little yellow horse named Trinket right next to her. And I think she's almost 3. And Lily was just obsessed with her when Trinket was a baby.
She keeps saying the yellow one. Is Trinket a pony?
No, I think she's a horse, but she's just little.
Okay. She keeps talking about the yellow. And it's not big, so yay. But that's who she likes.
Okay. Trinket is one of my favorite horses down there.
It's great. That's very nice.
And then, could you talk to one of my dogs? Well, both my dogs, but one at a time.
All right, here's the first pup.
Bailey, and she is 12, and she's black and white, and she is a Beagle Blue Tick mix.
Okay, her name's Bailey?
Yep.
And what are we asking Bailey?
Why doesn't she like other dogs? And do you want all my questions first?
Yes.
Okay. Why doesn't she like other dogs? How did she end up in the animal shelter? Does she feel healthy? And why does she bark so much?
So when I asked her about barking and other dogs, and I said, so you dislike other dogs? And she said, well, that's not exactly true. And I said, you have intolerance for other dogs. Well, I feel like if you lived in the neighborhood and I even walked past your house, I wouldn't be safe. She's just not here to share, period. So I said, no dog. I said, you don't like any dog whatsoever. You dislike them all. And she said, no, that's not necessarily true. I said, but you want what? Your own space, the whole house to yourself, the entire farm, what? And she said, basically, yes. When I asked her about the barking, she quite frankly doesn't see any problem with it.
Because every day at 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock at night, she starts barking and won't stop barking until we feed her.
Good for her. Because she looks at me like I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem, but I can see why. It generates food. When I asked her about the shelter, I'm getting it's like she went through 2 owners.
Well, she had a foster home. We got her out of the foster home, but they were fostering her out from the Nebraska Humane Society, and then we adopted her. So the fosters might be an owner.
And I said, was there a problem with the first home? And she said, they left.
Oh.
Oh, crap. So it's like I don't know if somebody got a new job or what the heck, but basically she couldn't go. unloaded her.
Does she feel healthy? Like, can she see? Like, does she have seeing problems? Or, because I've noticed some lumps on her, and I don't know if it's cancer or just fat pockets or what.
When I asked her about her personal health, if anything's going on, she's not complaining about her health. She shows the end of her nose, or in that nose, kind of like where your nose is, and then your upper lip. So on her nose, and that front, she feels sensitive for whatever reason. A lot. When I asked her about her tummy or anything else, as far as, comfort level, health-wise, she's not really awfully concerned about her health. And I said, can you see? Do you understand what you're seeing? The left eye seems to, the way she presents it, seems to be a little more clear than the right eye. She's not complaining that she can't see out of the right eye. I just feel stronger on my left than I do my right. When I ask her about her eyes, it seems that on that right, like where your lower lid is, that lower half of the eye, kind of itches, a little more sensitive than the upper half. But she kind of takes things with the, it happens, I'm old, so what? In her mind, she's just going to keep doing what she's doing until she can't do it anymore.
She doesn't seem to act like she's 12.
Yeah, I mean, she's not slowing down the way she, I'm going to keep going until I can't go anymore, so there.
And then my other dog, Molly. Molly is 6, and she is a Border Collie Lab Chow mix, and she's all black.
Oh, my goodness. And what are you talking to Molly about?
I want to know if she was dumped at my house or if she ran away. I want to know if she knows when her birthday is. And I want to know if she was abused at her other house. And if she likes being a show dog in 4-H.
Oh, that was mentioned, traveling. The more places you take her, she says, the better. The dog, I don't get that we were dumped per se at the end of a driveway. I get from her she made it on her own steam. When I ask her about living prior to you, where she left, I don't get that she was much of an indoor dog at her other home, wherever that might have been. As far as you're concerned, in this place, she doesn't plan on leaving you.
That makes me smile.
She's a lot easier to get along with than the other dog.
Yep.
The other dog's not nice or anything like that. Because your first dog's fine. But she enjoys going with you to your 4-H shows. She likes the social aspect of it.
Yeah, she wants everybody to be her friend.
Yeah, that's very kind. Makes her feel important, to be honest, like she matters. And I'm letting both dogs know that they matter no matter what. I said, never think anything otherwise. But for this dog, it's a big deal. In the world. That's sweet. She'd be a fun therapy dog.
Does Molly know when her birthday is?
No, and the only number that she throws up at me is 3. So I don't know if it means she was born in March, the 3rd month, or if she's 3, or what.
Well, she was born on December 16th, and we've had her for 4 years now. Because me and her share a birthday.
Neat. Yeah, the only number she throws up is 3.
That might mean something to her, but not to me. I don't know. I might have to think on that one.
Okay, what else?
One last animal, and it's my dad's cat, Gateway. And Gateway is black and white, and I say he's about 10 or so. And I want to know if he likes being called Gateway or being called what my dad calls him, Bubba.
And he said he's 10?
Yeah.
He said Bubba's fine.
And I also want to know why he lets all the other cats push him around and why he likes to eat his food in front of the house when it's outside, when it's raining outside, rather than eat in the barn.
So I said, you let the other cats push you around? He said, I don't care. I don't care. And I said, so you'd rather, on bad weather, you're not going to go in the barn and eat? You're going to sit outside the house and eat? And be in the bad weather? He seems to think it's going to get him indoors.
Yeah, he wants to be an indoor cat. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, he says, I'm going to get indoors.
Does he love my dad?
Yeah, they're both Bubbas as far as he's concerned. That's so funny. He does like your father. He acts like a dog.
Yeah.
He acts just like a dog. How funny.
Yeah, he'll follow around and he has this waddle about himself. Like he doesn't walk normally, he waddles.
He comes when he's cold.
Yeah.
He's a dog. That's cool. Yeah, he's going to make it in the house, in case anybody was wondering.
Better watch him.
I'm just letting him know. I said, don't let the other cat, pick on you. And he really just I don't have time for it. That's cute.
But that's all the questions I have.
Okay.